Hi, I'm Ed with Automani, and you guys have seen our all-electric bus. As you know, this thing goes about 80 miles an hour. But what I want to show you now is our F-150. This is a kit that installs in less than a day. So you can see this is a 2007 F-150. Got the big tires on it. Come back around over here. This one's not done yet, but when we get it done, it's going to look real good. So this is our battery pack. And what I want to do is show you the hood. So let's go take a look at the hood. All right, here's the hood, just as I promised, but I think you're gonna like even more what's underneath the hood. What we've got here is all OEM parts, except for our controller. And if you look way down in here, you're gonna see that that is actually an electric motor. This truck probably has about 500 miles on it already. We've been doing some testing. But as you can see, this is the OEM compressor for the air conditioner. That's the OEM alternator, and these are the actual OEM brackets right here. The only thing you see that we made is the one bracket here in the battery box. Everything else is OEM. So you can get all your parts at Napa or Ford. You can get your containers, you can get your compressors, you can get your ABS braking system, brakes, transmission, the OEM transmission still in here. But let me show you something. Hold on one second. I'm going to cut this on because it cuts on just like a real gas engine. As you come around here, what it does is it stays on idle. Now we'll go back up to the front, and you're going to see that it stays on idle. Your alternator is charging your house battery. Your compressor works. It stays on idle. Everything works the same. You got a cooling system here. These filters can be cleaned with water, and that sends air to the electric motor, so this thing never really overheats or anything. So what we're going to do now is go for a ride. So let's jump in. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to cut the battery management system on as well. Cut this radio off. Because what the battery management system does, it allows us to see what's going on. But what we're going to do right now is go in reverse. As you can see, I use everything OEM. I've got the stick shift right here. I've got the ignition key. I've got a little energy gauge here. Airbags, I don't really touch anything inside. There's two wires that go inside the ignition, turns it on, and then when I hit the spring, it actually turns the electric motor around. We're going to go in reverse. This is a little bit more powerful than a gas engine. And like I said, I'm going to turn on this BMS. And this is something that you'll never really have to do. I'm going to turn it on anyway, just to show you how good this thing runs. Connect, it's connecting. Hit download. Yes, continue. And we're going to have a monitor right here, so it's set up kind of like a Tesla. So you can see how your controller is doing. You can even change your controller into race mode if you want to. You can see what every single cell is doing. Go to live cell data here. And as you can see, what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this screen around. You can see that shows us how all of our cells are doing. And when you set it straight up, the laptop is supposed to change everything the long ways, but not today. So we're going to go for a ride. So here we go. Hold on. Watch both ways. Like I said, it's a little bit faster than a V6. This truck will get about between 60 and 80 miles per charge, depending on how fast you drive or how hard you drive it. Coming around here, you see we're up to about 50 miles an hour right now. We got bigger tires on it, so when it says 50, we're actually doing between 55 and 60. We're gonna go around to one of these back roads over here. Blinker works, it's all, like I said, it's all OEM. All the gauges work. Make my right hand turn. This electric motor has a throwout bearing we installed into it so we can still drive with a stick. So as you can see, I'm driving with a stick. If you have an automatic version, we just don't put the throwout bearing and you don't have to shift gears. It works perfect just like on the bus. The bus is a automatic as well. So when we drive that, we're not shifting our own gears like we are here. So we can build a kit for any version, whether it's a stick shift or a automatic. And of course the automatics are a lot easier, but as you can see, we're going about 40 miles an hour. Got to add about 5 to 8 miles to that. We're only about half throttle. As you can see, we're picking up speed pretty good. So we're only hitting about 200 to 300 amps. We're almost doing 70 miles an hour if you look in front of us. We're really cooking it right now. I'm going to hit the brakes because remember, we got all OEM, all ABS, everything's bolted down securely. I could go over this bump right here if I want to. It's not going to affect the truck. Come around the corner as fast as you want. This thing is very solid. Everything's designed to be very rugged and to last 20 years. Come up on this curve. You hit the brakes really pretty hard so you can see the ABS works very well still on this truck. Come around the corner. Coming back up to the shop because we just made a loop. I'm going to pull in here kind of hard. I like to be rough with it so I can show how rugged this system is. You cannot break the system. Come in. Okay, now what we're going to do is check the temperature. I just drove this thing pretty hard. I'm going to take this temperature gun and we're going to go look at everything. I can smell the brakes a little bit. I was a little hard on it, but as you can see, our alternator still nice and cool. 87. Let's go to our controller. It's still 78. Let's go down to our motor. Our motor got up to about 93. That was it. That's because we have a nice cooling system on here. The system is engineered to build so it does not overheat. That is the #1 enemy. You don't want to overheat your controller, your motor, anything on this vehicle. And with the battery packs we've designed into it, this thing will last you forever. Once again, this is Ed with Automani, and see us next time with some new vehicles we've got coming in about 2 months.